Welcome back. Prime Minister Stephen Harper says he's looking forward to building a strong working relationship with the new Obama administration, and the Harper government is already talking about what it hopes to pursue with the Democrats in the coming months. Margot McDermott has more from Ottawa.
He said that his government is going to seek a North American climate change agreement and work on an integrated carbon market between Canada and the United States. Now, this isn't a big surprise because it was part of the Conservatives' election platform. What is a bit of a surprise is that Candian said that they were just waiting for this election to happen and to get rid of Bush so that they could start the negotiations. Essentially, what it would be is a cap-and-trade system where you put a limit on the emissions from industry, and industry that goes over those limits have to trade with industry that does not. And it's a way of putting a price and a limit on carbon. Now, it's not surprising also that they would want to negotiate this. Canada and the U.S. have other types of environmental agreements, like the Clean Air Act and also the Acid Rain Agreement that was negotiated under Brian Mulroney. There's also, of course, not just the environment, but the issue of NAFTA. And during the election, Obama hinted he wanted to rewrite or to reopen that trade agreement. Now, he's backed away from this in recent months. However, there are concerns that the Obama administration will be more protectionist, that it will favor American jobs and protecting American jobs, and that could affect Canadian jobs. And we asked Foreign Affairs Minister Lawrence Cannon about this today, and here's what he had to say about that.
Look at the NAFTA agreement. It is a mutually beneficial agreement to both Canada and the United States. And yes, sometimes we have to acknowledge that there are irritants, but those irritants are always worked out. So I think that is the way that we will continue to conduct our business with the United States.
Lawrence Cannon actually said that while he's really happy there's renewed interest by the Americans in Afghanistan, that it's not going to change our intention to withdraw our troops at 2011. So a little signal today from the Foreign Affairs Minister. Glad you're interested, but don't start pressuring us into pulling out or leaving our troops in longer than we'd planned.
Margot McDermott reporting from Ottawa. So plenty of questions about how Canada will get along with the U.S. when Barack Obama takes over the White House. My next guest might be able to shed more light on that subject. Scotty Greenwood was Chief of Staff of the U.S. Embassy in Canada during Bill Clinton's administration. She is now Executive Director of the Canadian American Business Council, and she's been working as a Democratic advisor during the 2008 campaign. A very busy person, and she joins me now from Washington. Scotty, great to see you. Thanks for coming in today.
Harry, it's great to be with you.
I take it you were up late last night.
It was a late night last night, but it was a great night. And I just have to correct a little bit in the introduction, just so everybody knows the Canadian American Business Council is nonpartisan, nonprofit, so don't want to mix the two worlds too much. But,
all right,
yeah,
fair
it was
enough.
a great night last night, and it's a great day today, regardless of what party you're from.
Well, listen, let's talk a bit about the pending relationship between Canada and the U.S., especially between Stephen Harper and Barack Obama. There's clearly an opportunity for change in the Canada-U.S. dynamic with these two men. How should Canada approach the Barack Obama administration?
Well, you're right, Harry. The election is an opportunity to write a brand new chapter. It's kind of like hitting the reset button, if you will, on Canada-U.S. relations, and that's terrific. And I think the Harper administration has already taken a really positive step, if I could say, to talk about how we collaborate around the world together on environmental and energy issues. Those are top of mind here in the United States, and so I think that was a smart move. The other thing, of course, is the collapse of the markets, which is really troubling. So we'll see the government of Canada, along with 19 other nations, come together in Washington for the G20, and while it was hosted by President Bush, President-elect Obama will play a key role in that, and I think our financial collaboration and our economic collaboration will be incredibly important going forward.
Can you see that Stephen Harper and Barack Obama will have a lot in common? We've seen previous relationships between prime ministers and presidents. They've gotten along fairly well. Is there any reason to believe that this relationship might or might not be any different?
I think, Harry, much like the Canada-U.S. relationship itself, it's going to be a great relationship. And, you know, whether or not the Canadian public gives the Prime Minister the latitude he needs to